The program for strengthening regional capacity for monitoring and evaluation of rural poverty alleviation projects in Latin America and the Caribbean, preval, supported by the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, seeks to build national and local capacity to put in place results-based participatory monitoring and evaluation (M&E) systems. preval provides a range of comprehensive services by addressing technical, organizational and communicational issues facing the development and implementation of the following outputs: participatory planning, monitoring and evaluation, PME systems, baseline studies, and outcome and impact self-evaluations, innovative image-based PME approaches. During 2008, preval initiated a regional facilitators training program in innovative approaches with the aim to A. Build capacity and skills in facilitation of social learning processes for project technical staff and government sectors, as well as community and rural organization leaders, and B. Develop and implement innovative experiences based on the use of images, including talking maps, thematic maps, photographs, and the intensive use of Web 2.0 tools. The training program runs from July 2008 to March 2009 and comprises three broad phases: a presence phase, which includes exchange visits with rural communities on community-based monitoring and evaluation, and a workshop targeted at technical facilitators and community facilitators; an accompaniment phase, which includes development of outputs for each participant's organization or institution, a baseline study, a participatory self-evaluation, and/or development of an M&E system; a dissemination phase, which includes presentation of the outputs developed as a result of the program, which will be disseminated to showcase good practice and share the advantages of having M&E systems in place. The presence phase was conducted in July 2008 for a period of 7 days. It was attended by 30 participants, from community leaders to technical unit representatives of 15 projects and governments from Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Guatemala, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, and Venezuela. preval partners and strategic allies such as the Alliance of Andean Change Project and Intercooperation's ASOCAM platform also attended this phase. It included a visit jointly organized with the Southern Highlands Project and indigenous peasant communities from the Colca Valley in Peru, as well as facilitators training workshop for project technical staff and community members in issues facing innovative M&E approaches. The first workshop session addressed the issue of planning, monitoring, and evaluation systems, success and failure factors, was targeted at technical staff and sought to share background information and recent approaches to the issue, as well as the different roles played by government, communities, and project technical units in this strategic endeavor. A session on sharing of community-based PME experiences was conducted at the same time and targeted at community leaders from rural organizations and local governments in Peru, Panama, and Brazil, who shared their experiences in community-based monitoring and evaluation, success and failure factors, and how M&E data is used in local spaces. In the afternoon, participants worked on the session Monitoring and Evaluation by Images, Tools for Rural Development. The aim was to introduce participants to the use and communication of results for learning by using visual means such as photographs, videos, infographics, talking maps, and thematic maps. Image-based evaluation as part of the M&E system is seen as a complementary process that uses audiovisual language to convey change and create learnings. Communication as used in this context helps in verifying and valuing impact from the perspective and culture of local stakeholders. On day 2, a guided visit was initiated to the city of Chivay, located in the department of Arequipa at 1,916 feet above the sea level. The first day of the guided visit to the Southern Highlands project began with a display of the products and artwork produced by Mrs. Simona Cutipa, winner of a business contest promoted by the Southern Highlands Project. During the afternoon, the team that co-organized the Southern Highlands Project shared their experiences with the operation of their automatic M&E system using geo-referenced, web-based, visual and systematic data. Day 3 of the event started with a visit to a local resource allocation committee, in Spanish, CLAR, that held its regular meeting in the Chivay main square. This first experience allowed participants to get to know the organization and operation of a CLAR. These are groups and organizations competing for a contest prize. CLAR members provided visual information on their project through talking maps and even drama to be rated by a jury, whose members were local individuals and institutions. The second experience was to visit the Canacota community in the Colca Valley to learn about the experience of an organized group of farmers in improving their natural resources and soil conservation. Representatives from the organizations displayed their results through a PowerPoint presentation, photographs and talking maps. Participants also visited a group of partners working on real-life tourism. Program participants claimed to have learned innovative approaches during the day. It seemed interesting to me to take the Sierra Sur project experience, for them to see how a single element is triggering development in the target areas. Congratulations on a job well done. During the day 4, the Cibayo peasant community was visited. This community is primarily engaged in alpaca management and, as a part of the visit, the experience with the Cibayo Tourist Service Association was shared. With the help of images, the community shared both its work proposals as submitted to the local government, based on the preservation of their cultural identity, as well as their own business plans for tourism activities. During the afternoon, a visit was paid to the Sumac Payay Handcraft Workers Association in the district of Cibayo. The association produces handcraft based on embroideries and alpaca woven materials, and marketing is conducted through the use of innovative image-based methods such as catalogs and website. Program participants claimed to have learned innovative approaches during the day. An innovating aspect is how they are selling their products and promoting their communities through the use of technological approaches, and how they are revaluing their cultural identity. It was about taking photos for a report, since we used to use photographs to fill in reporting voids or gaps. But now I have learned that photographs are so important for a report because the photos themselves express what we wish to convey people or our bosses in M&E. The software introduced to us by the executive management of the Sierra Sur project in a short period of time must be put in place by local governments so it can be used not only as a means for economic but also social control of their own organization. On Saturday, July 19th, workshop activities in Lima recommenced. The day started with a closing session of the workshop on M&E by images. During this session, participants displayed the pieces of work produced during the field visit, where they gave their testimony on their experiences based on a photo presentation. During the afternoon, a session was conducted on Introduction to Thematic Mapping, a visual tool that allows visualizing data based on maps. The aim of the session was to raise participants' awareness on the use of the thematic mapping as an M&E tool and the potential of geo-referenced information. On Sunday, July 20th, a session was conducted on Facilitation of Learning Processes in PME, with the aim to encourage the use of tools to facilitate community learning processes based on evaluation. The work groups experimented with a range of different approaches to facilitation and developed a list of competencies and values required by facilitators-evaluators. Program participants claimed to have learned innovative approaches during the day. What I learned today is very important. Facilitation. We're going to replicate this approach in the organization where I work. Today we were sharing experiences of participatory learning processes, and they have great potential to be used in my organization, and this is the way we want to conduct evaluation processes and learning processes. To wrap up the workshop, 3 parallel work sessions were conducted. Participants were grouped according to the output selected to be developed by their project institution during the following 6 months. The 3 outputs selected were development of participatory systems, baseline study, and participatory self-evaluation. Participants made comments on their own experiences during the program. I think that the workshop conducted this week has been very relevant in fulfilling our initial expectations, which were getting to know and learning innovative facilitation tools for the learning process, a process involving implementation of the activities that we conduct with our communities today.
Minhas expectativas foram atendidas.
My expectations were met. I mean, the content, work in the event have a huge value for the development of the project I manage, including the topics that we already know, because they give us new opportunities, new visions. This permits a growth and actual development of the project people, of the team in the assessment, following up, monitoring and basis study departments. There were high-level and competent discussions by involved and committed people. I would like to congratulate preval because it promotes this kind of international events and invites so qualified people with high experience and exchange experiences. I think it was extremely valuable, and I will come back to Brazil delighted for participating in this event.
E volto ao Brasil muito satisfeito em ter vindo participar desse evento.
From my own perspective, this presence phase has been extremely successful, and it has enabled contact with successful experiences such as the Sierra Sur project and others made by the communities. Also important was the fact that an interest has been awakened in producing participatory, impact-oriented M&E outputs. It has been just the right timing for me to come, as I'm starting, together with my work team, to work on the development of an M&E system for a rather large project in Argentina. So this clarified several issues, several points to work on there. In truth, what I have learned will be immediately implemented, as we are precisely working on the development of an M&E system.